Hi everyone and welcome back to Drift Club Mexico. This is the final chapter of the story, and if you missed any of the previous chapters, the links will be in the description. This chapter is split into 3 parts, and for your 3 stars rating only the final part matters. So parts 1 and 2 are super easy and can be done in any way. However, let's still go through the settings. Traction control should be off, your stability control should be off, your steering or braking should not be assisted. As you can see, I'm taking a shortcut here. We only need to score 10,000 points in drift in the first part of the chapter. So I'm cutting all the way that I can to get to the finish faster. And actually, this is the only chapter where manual shifting is really not required. It's so easy that even automatic will do just fine. Now we will be arriving to the finish of the part 1 and proceed to part 2, where we actually get to drive the new Mustang Mach-E. Because it's an electric car, it only has 1 gear, which is why it doesn't matter whether you have it set to manual or automatic. It works the same way. Now, one of my notes from playing this story, or this chapter in particular, is if you have customized controls on your Xbox controller and have anything mapped to LS, this is the point in time when you want to change it, because once you complete this part of the story, you can get in the soft lock if your LS is already mapped to anything, because you won't be able to switch to a different drive. Now the path here is very quick. As you can see, we are shortcutting all the way to the finish. We only need 5,000 drift points, so that will come naturally as you simply drive to the destination, unless you are really unlucky. But any kind of effort or hitting an e-brake anywhere in the process will get you that 5,000 points. Now we are in the final chapter. You are prompted to swap to rear wheel drive, which makes the car way driftier than in all wheel drives for obvious reasons. And this is where you need to exercise some of the throttle control, because it's, as usual, super overpowered and is prone to trying to spin around if you go full throttle, if the word throttle is actually applicable to electric cars. I never really thought of it. Anyways, drift your way through the streets of Guanajuato to the destination. You don't have to stick to the path, as you can see, but I'm only taking those shortcuts because I'm a little bit bored of the main path. You don't have to, you can easily follow the route. Probably the only serious difference is the shortcut here, when I'm going around the cathedral instead of going into the tunnel. The only reason for it is I don't like drifting in the tunnels. It's already bad enough to drift on the narrow streets of the town, but the tunnels have more hazards, and I really don't like hitting the walls while I'll drift. As you progress through the story, as long as you make it in time, you should have no problem hitting the 100k points that are required for 3 stars. However, if you do have any difficulties, I suggest to stick to the proposed path and make sure you're drifting all the time. You don't have a risk of running off-road here, so your scoring never really stops unless you start driving straight. And with that, you should arrive to the finish of the chapter 6, which closes the story, gets you all the accolades for related story section in the accolades list, and gets you these Ford Mustang Mach-E in your possession, adds it to the garage, and also completes one of the tasks for about 4 points, I believe, in the festival playlist. So a whole bunch of prizes. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.